Are you looking for urban, creative, intellectual, and socially forward LGBTQ media? The new National Youth Pride Services Network provides more than 1,000 live and on-demand hours of programming from and around the world on several platforms simultaneously, including YouTube, Periscope, radio, Apple TV, and Chromecast. With original programs from NYPS, the fastest-growing Black LGBTQ movement in the U.S., as well as from other amazing producers, you are sure to find something you like each and every day. For your free subscription, visit www.nypsnetwork.com today.
All right, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to yet another episode of Monday Nights with me, Dannie Stewart. I don't do introductions, so I'm going to let this handsome gentleman next to me introduce himself.
Hey guys, a romance. I don't know. An adult entertainer. Hope you guys recognize my face. I don't know, but that's a little bit of what I do.
So, for those of you all who may not know, this is Romance, one of my favorite adult entertainers out there in the industry. So, I had to hit him up. I follow him on Instagram. When I did have a Twitter, I did follow him on Twitter, but I got rid of my Twitter. It was too much for me to handle, so now it's just Facebook and Instagram. And so I had to hit him up when I came up here for my little weekend getaway in Atlanta just to see what it was to hang out with Romance and see what a day in the life is with him and just get to know him on a different level from some of the interviews that I've read. So, I don't know, is this your first time like interviewing on camera? On video?
Yeah, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I got the first interview on camera. Okay. All right. So we're going to start with the typical stuff first, things that he's been asked about all the time. I might ask some other questions that he may not have answered ever before. So hopefully we get that. So as an adult entertainer, what attracted you to that industry?
I mean, it actually like kind of happened all of a sudden. You know what I mean? Like I didn't aspire to be a porn performer or anything like that. Like I started off just kind of being a hot ass. You know what I'm saying? Like someone offered to take some nude pictures of me. They sent them to Black Inches magazine, so I got to that, and then they somehow got in contact with somebody who did porn, and then that's kind of how it happened all over the years.
That's interesting. And it was funny because I asked that because I recently watched a video that another entertainer did, and his story was pretty similar. It wasn't something that he aspired to do, but he's just really competitive. He's really about his stuff. So he was like, it was something to do, and I wanted to show people that I'm the best at what I do, and I like to conquer something. And he's taking that now and using that as a tool to break into another industry because he's an artist. And so he's really getting into his art, painting, drawing, sculpting, things like that. So I was like, okay, well, that's interesting. Let me ask him that. So in your performances, what has been, out of all the scenes you've done, what's been your favorite scene?
Well, the most recognizable will probably be with me, Knight, and APB on the pool table.
I remember that
One
one.
of those, or me and Brooklyn Kid.
Is that
Lights
your
Out.
favorite?
Yeah, probably the one with me, Knight, and APB. It's my favorite.
What's my favorite?
What's yours?
I have to say the one with you and Brooklyn Kid. That one, and then the one with you and Knight. Just you and Knight.
Okay.
Those two would be my top two favorite ones. Those are my favorite ones. All right. So, how does it feel when you go to different clubs or different areas and people recognize you? Like just, in your daily life, you're just walking around and people may recognize you, they walk up to you, like that whole, how does that feel? How does that
I
go?
mean, it's interesting. I mean, I enjoy it. I take it in stride. I appreciate all my fans. Like, hey, as long as they ain't creepy, like, coming up to me on some other stuff, but I like it. I mean, it's cool. I hope you do come up and say, hey, if you speak, see me out,
Mhm.
because if you don't speak and you just looking at me, nah, just don't do that.
And see, that's something that most people get. Like, I know I don't like to be stared at,
Right.
and some people it just kind of is creepy. It's just like, okay, what are you looking at? I'm just over here trying to eat my food, or I'm just in here shopping.
Yeah.
What do you want from me? It really pisses me off. So that's one thing. So for the fans out there, when you do see him, he's from Miami, so he goes home a lot. So you see him out in the streets and stuff like that. Don't be afraid to walk up and speak. He's actually really fun. You would think that we've known each other for a long time, and this is my first time meeting him in person. He did tell me happy birthday though.
I'm a nice guy.
He really is a really nice guy. So, what else did I want to ask you about that? Do you have anything coming up that your fans can look forward to?
Ooh, actually, I have a few things that aren't in concrete. They ain't set in concrete, but I'm actually shooting tomorrow for a site called Blacks on Daddies. Yeah, so I don't know if a lot of people know about that.
Yeah. I might not know about that. Yeah. So, okay, so we got something new coming up. Y'all, that's something else to follow. So, do hit him up on his Instagram. What's your Instagram name? And then his Twitter is. So for those of y'all that have Twitter, I don't have Twitter, but I'm always on his Instagram. My Twitter, see, now it's turning to me. Well, my Twitter days were basically my freshman year and sophomore year at FAMU, and I don't know.
Florida boy?
Yeah, from Jacksonville.
Oh, okay.
But I go to school in Tallahassee, so like I don't know. Twitter just got boring to me after a while, and I didn't find the purpose of it for some reason or another. Like, it was fun to just kind of get my thoughts out there, and I tried to make myself use it, but I had moved on to writing a lot of stuff, and some things I didn't want to put out on Twitter because it was kind of personal. And I was going through some shit too, so I was just like, let me get back to me, and Twitter just had to go. So Facebook and Instagram almost went too, but I was like, no, let me just deactivate them for a while. But Twitter
need a social media outlet.
Yeah.
Everyone does.
Yeah. Just gotta unplug sometimes, and that's what I had to do. Where Twitter just was a permanent unplug. Just happened like that. So, all right. So moving on. Some things that some people don't know about you, but I do. I know that you're a dancer. You started off a dance. So what form of dance was your first form, for those that don't know? And what's your favorite form of dance?
I started in ballet. And that's still my favorite, I guess. Contemporary and ballet kind of go.
Yeah, they do.
But I mean, those are my favorites.
Really? What other types of dance do you do?
Modern. I do Horton, Graham, jazz, hip hop.
See, some of y'all think that, adult entertainers don't have culture. He does.
Yeah.
Lots of it. Lots of culture. So, but I'm not gonna go there. That's for another day. So, contemporary jazz. So what ballets have you performed in, like in your dance career? What have you done? What shows have you done?
I've done Paquita. We've done Swan Lake, obviously. I mean, that's a
big
classic.
popular ones, yeah. You can't really say you do ballet if you haven't done Swan Lake. The Nutcracker, have you done that?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think every dancer has probably done the Nutcracker.
So some of the big names you've done those. What was your favorite to do?
I mean, the Nutcracker is always my favorite because it's like holiday time and like everybody comes together. It's like children and adults and all that stuff. So it's like, it's just fun.
Yeah.
That's just fun.
My best friend and I go and see the Nutcracker every year. Yeah. This past year we went to go see it. Both of us were sick as a dog. She had strep throat. I had a damn fever, and we sitting in there coughing all over each other. But we went to go see that damn play. It was a good time. We did. I always enjoyed the I forgot what theater does it in Jacksonville, but it's always a lot of alumni dancers that come back and they come get together and put on the Nutcracker every year, and they show it for about 2 weeks in Jacksonville, and it's always a great time. It's always a lot of fun.
I mean, I've actually done something called the Chocolate Nutcracker that Debbie Allen produced years ago. I don't think she does that anymore. But yeah, it was cool. When I was in high school.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't think they do that because I've never heard of that. And I look for stuff like that. All right. So anyway, yes, he is a dancer, you guys, and not, swinging from a pole. Although I'm pretty sure he can do that too. But
I do that sometimes. On the weekend.
On the weekend. You gotta make your Waffle House money. But yes, you all, he does dance. Outside of swinging from the pole, he dances, and it's culture. It's culture. We were actually sitting here talking about something else before we started recording. Anyhow, so when I walked in, his dog was barking. So please tell us about your baby girl.
Her name is Mia. She is a blue nose pit, razor pit. She's bad as fuck.
That's your baby.
Smart. She's smart. She's so super smart, man. Like, this is crazy. That's why it annoys me. I think she's bad because she's so super smart. But I mean, that's my boo. That's my bitch.
It's obvious that you are a dog person.
I love animals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had cats, ferrets, guinea pigs.
Oh, so you done have the whole damn zoo.
Yeah, I don't like snakes.
Yeah, me either. I mean, I try not to kill them. I
You
try
kill them.
to avoid them.
Kill them.
I try and avoid them. I try and avoid them. And in my line of work, 'cause I work in the garden center, so it's inevitable that we're going to run into snakes. We've actually had 3 out there this summer and spring, 2 of which I've seen with my own 2 eyes. One of them we killed, the other one we couldn't get because it was raining heavy. It's like coming down, and I don't know how it happened, but me, the cashier that was out there with us, and one of my other coworkers, all of us was just kind of by the register talking, like, okay, hopefully the rain stops, we can be productive. So we turned around literally for a split second, and like from there to about here is space. And that place over there is the only place where the snake could have been hiding so that we couldn't see it. We turned around like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, turn back around, and the snake was just like right there. Just trying to get its way through the rain to get, to some shelter. And we was like, wait, how did this happen? Like, did it just fall out the sky? It came from the cloud? We didn't know. But we were trying to catch it, but it just didn't work out that way. So it's out there somewhere. I don't know where. But it wasn't venomous. So nothing was too. He killing them all. I try and avoid them, y'all. I try and avoid them. I don't like to kill them. They are a part of the ecosystem. Global sustainability. So I try not to kill them. But I mean, hey, if it's a rattlesnake or a moccasin or something like that, get you a shovel and do what you got to do. But a little grass, a little garden snake, something like that, something that's not venomous. Try and leave that thing alone. It ain't gonna do nothing but eat all the crickets and the little mice.
Bite you.
It's not gonna bite you if you leave it alone. So leave them alone, and it'll be all right. But anyway, so I love my animals. So you had a little bit of everything. You said a ferret, cat, dog. What else? Guinea pig, and that's about it. Oh, well, everybody had damn fish before. Oh, Lord. See, he got Animal Kingdom up in here, y'all.
Not yet. I'm trying to get me a bearded dragon, man.
Oh,
that's what I want.
Why?
All right. They're actually cool little lizards.
Lizard. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one alone because I'm not a lizard person. I just had to kill an iguana that was living in my apartment.
Iguanas bite.
Yeah, and I had to get that bitch out of there. I'll tell you that once we get out of here. So, so we got me a dog. So your gun. I follow him on Instagram, y'all, and he has this pink gun. That he done took a couple pictures with. So I have to ask you, a pink gun. What caliber is it? It's 9. He has a pink 9, y'all.
My friend from Miami, well, he's from West Palm Beach. Introduced me to it. He had a black and pink one. I was like, oh, shit.
So I got a little bit of one.
Yeah. I mean, I like guns in general for protection. People.
Right. I have one too. I have a 38.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. It's black. I wanted to get no color gun. I was like, no, I'm just gonna go ahead. And it's my first gun too, so I was like, let me just go ahead and get something standard, something small that I can use. Cause I recently got my concealed weapons license in Florida, and Georgia is a reciprocal state, so I can carry it up here. It's actually in my bag. I don't go anywhere without it, especially after what happened in Orlando. I haven't parted with this thing for a long time. So,
Okay.
you know,
That's
so
man.
little black, and it has a laser pointer in it.
Oh, the whole time.
So, you know I ain't missing.
That's
You know I
right
ain't missing.
there.
But yeah, so how do you feel like with gun? Well, obviously, gun ownership is something that you believe in. So you believe everybody should protect themselves. As far as gun training, gun safety, things like that. So as far as assault weapons, and the gun policy that we have in the nation, like, how do you feel about that?
Um, I mean, I don't think anybody needs like assault weapons like that. Those should be solely for military, not even police. You know what I mean? Like SWAT team maybe, but like only people who are specially trained
Mm-hmm.
should have those. Those should not be on the street at all.
Mm-hmm.
Not even. I mean, for nothing. Like, what you gonna do with it? Like, you can't even really hunt with that. You're gonna like.
Something like that would tear up the animal anyway.
So it's like, what's the point?
Yeah, yeah. So as far as outside of assault weapons, just the process of buying a gun in general, because it's really not hard at all. It's not very hard. Some people were surprised that the shop that I went to ran a background check on me before they sold them a gun, because some other shops don't do that. You can just walk in, pay for the gun, and hit it. So how do you feel, the process should
I
go?
think there's definitely needs to be a background check. Um, just like with uh, child molesters, they have something that follows them forever.
Mm-hmm.
People like that's being, I guess, investigated by the FBI or
Mm-hmm.
anything like that, they should all get those red flags. It's no excuse for that because the technology or whatever is there already.
Them and their family members as well. Them,
Oh, definitely. Oh,
they're,
yeah.
you have a wife, anyone that's
Spouse.
any type of relation to you, even if they're not involved in anything that you do. I feel like that too. I like that too. With some of the details that's been arising
It's
from
crazy.
that case, I really feel like that too. Because it said that his wife was the one who went and got the stuff for him.
Yeah.
Because he tried and the shop wouldn't let him. So, yeah. So, gun reform, just, yeah.
It's important, man.
It's very important. It's very important, which is why I stress all the time on some of my other shows. Get involved in your local areas, your local government, and your state government. They affect your life way more than what the president does. So be involved, go vote, be a part of the political process. For those of y'all that may aspire to be a congressman or something like that, go out and start rallying your constituents now, so that you can be a part of, and just be aware of what's going on in your surroundings. So moving on. So give me a day in the life of romance. Just a day in the life. What do you like to do? Just a typical day.
My day is so simple. Boring. I literally like get up, I smoke my weed, wake and bake, And I, get cleaned up, eat, go work out, come home, smoke. No, I mean those are days where I'm not, doing anything else. And then like in the evenings, when I go to work, when I come home,
And go to sleep. Oh my gosh.
my
Simple
day,
day.
if that's what you want to call it.
That sounds like
And I enjoy the simple days though. I mean, shoot.
I do too. I wish my days were simple. Well, most of them are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So Tuesday and Thursday, not so much. Woo. So a day in the life. So what like weekend like? Weekends, nightlife. What do you like to do? We're here in Atlanta, you all. Just saying that again. We're here in Atlanta, so just pointing that out.
Yeah,
So
see, I mean, I don't go out a lot in Atlanta. Only kind of go out when I travel. I'm not a fan of Atlanta nightlife culture or whatever. There it is. I like to go to restaurants. I like to go to, I like to go to house parties, my homeboys, cribs, or whatever. That's it.
So you like, do you bar hop up here? Because I
Here
have
in
seen
Atlanta,
some different bars and things like
no, I
that.
don't bar hop because I'm not like a big drinker. It's like 2 or 3.
And that's it for you.
I gotta take me
Lightweight,
home.
lightweight.
Yes, I'm a smoker, guys.
Oh, I'm a heavyweight, baby. I
What
get
is
in there,
what you
4, 5,
drink?
sitting
Light,
down.
dark? What you do?
Honestly, and I'm not ashamed to say it, anything that can get me
Yeah,
drunk.
that's not a problem. It's
Yeah.
legal.
I mean,
Wrong.
I want to say my favorite drinks would probably be tequila, something with tequila in it. Um, I do enjoy Jack Daniels, the original and the honey. Honey is a lot. It's more fun. I can do a lot more with it as far as mixing
Yeah.
different drinks. And what else do I like to mix with? Vodka is just really easy, but I don't enjoy every kind of vodka. It has to be a certain kind.
I understand.
I'm not a beer drinker at all, though. So it's like, yeah, I drink the hard stuff. But yeah, I'm a heavyweight, y'all. I get in the round and I go and go
And that's how it's supposed to
and
be.
go.
You can. You can.
But he's a lightweight, so yeah, you can hang with me. I'd be like, get up, come on, we gotta go to the next one.
I'll watch you drink. I'll watch. And then
Designated driver.
I don't know about that, but yeah.
So he still ain't no good. I'm like, well, I'm trying to win here. I'm trying to win, y'all. But okay, well, I'm a professional drunk. I'm just playing. No drinking and driving, people. I'm not promoting drinking and driving.
No texting.
No, please don't. That happened to me on the way here. Oh my God, this man was texting and swerving and stuff. I'm like, what are you doing? But anyway, okay. So you don't go out. So what are your favorite restaurants? What are your favorite places like to go out and eat? Hang out.
Well, I used to work in a place called Sam's downtown. It's a cool little atmosphere, rooftop. But my favorite place here in Atlanta is called Dough. It's a tapas restaurant. It also has a rooftop, but the inside, downstairs is the entertainment. Yeah, it's awesome, guys. You should check it out.
Okay, well, I need to scratch that down. And how do you spell that?
D-O, like do, re, mi,
Oh.
fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Okay. I always look for new bars and things like that to go to. And I want to say my favorite bar to go to here is, although I guess some people would say it's overrated, I do enjoy Sky Lounge. It's really nice.
I mean, it is.
It's really nice. I enjoy Sky Lounge a lot. And I just kind of bar hop because I was here for Pride and I stayed at the Ritz Carlton then. So we were just kind of hopping around at diners and things that were in that area. So I just ran to every little restaurant just to see what they offered. And I ran to some nice places that I'll go back to. And some of them I was like, oh, no, get me out of here. So
There's a lot of places here that you probably shouldn't frequent. But it's all good.
I mean, and it wasn't the atmosphere or anything like that. It was, well, not the people and their attitude. It was just like, this ain't my kind of place. Like Irish pubs, aren't really my kind of place. Yeah. Although I've gone to a couple and they have nice drinks, but that's just not my kind of place. So yeah. But I did have fun though. All right, so not much of a nightlife type of person. I got your favorite. So a favorite restaurant other than dough. Like probably okay, favorite fast food chain. Favorite fast food. And then just like the best restaurant you've ever been to, be it here or anywhere else.
Favorite fast food, uh, Pollo Tropical. If you guys know about Pollo Tropical.
I know what that is.
Yeah,
That is
that's
good. It is good. I ain't had some in a while. I might go get some of that. I might get
they're
that.
not so widespread, but yeah,
But it's so good.
that's my
So
favorite.
good. And your favorite overall restaurant, like out of all the places that you've traveled.
My mama.
Can't nobody cook like mama. I get that. I feel you. All right, so traveling, being that we're there, what all places have you gone? Be it here in the United States, out of the country, like all the places you traveled.
I've been to like a lot of the Caribbean, Western, Southern, um, a lot of the states in the United States. Do I have to name them? Should I? I mean, I've been to so I travel a lot. I try to travel a lot. I haven't been overseas
Like to
to
Europe.
Europe or anything like that.
Okay.
But I've been to like Alaska. I've been to like Vancouver.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So, what was your favorite place? Well, like your top five. I give you top five.
Puerto Rico.
That was recent.
That was recent. Grand Cayman, definitely. Um, where else? Grand Bahamas. I don't know. Alaska was cool, but I really like Seattle a lot.
Seattle.
Yeah,
Mm. I never thought to go
Seattle
to
was
Seattle.
pretty
Well, no, I've never thought to go to Seattle. I
cool.
never have. One of my friends was traveling back to Tallahassee from Juneau, Alaska, and when he was in the airport, he Skyped me and he turned his tablet around. Well, he turned the camera around so I could see the mountains. I was like, wow, that's beautiful. Those mountains were,
Like right there.
yeah, like literally right. The wall is right there, y'all, and the mountains were right there from the glass, and you just see like ice and snow straight across. It was really beautiful, like very, very beautiful. I'm not a person for cold though, so I
But enjoy
probably
it.
enjoy Juneau and a lot of the colder places from the warmth of a fire or something like that. I just look out the window. Oh, that looks really, really nice. But I'm not. I don't like the cold at all.
I'm not a cold guy either, man. I was born in the summer.
I
From Miami,
I know.
Florida guy, so yeah.
It's hot down there year round. You could walk around in flip flop shorts and a tank top year round in Miami, and you will not look out of place. I promise you, you won't. Like in Tallahassee, you can tell when someone's from South Florida, specifically Miami, because once the winter, well, no, not the winter, but the fall weather sets in and the cool winds start to come in and it's cool in the shade, but still warm in the sun, they walk around in Timberlands, polo boots, hoodies, coats. Like they have on the UGG boots, the works. Like, oh my God, it's so cold. And we like, cold? This feel good. You know, I walk around in something like this around that time. This and might have on some shorts, might have on some sweats like I got on. It depends. But I don't need a jacket or anything like that. They be like, oh my God, it's so cold. It's cold. Why y'all looking? And we were like, cold. And when it finally does get cold, they be crying. It's so funny. They don't want to go to class. They don't want to go nowhere. Work class is out of the question. That's their mentality, and I'm just like, I know you from South Florida. You gotta be from Miami. Be right every time. But anyhow, so how was it living in Miami? Like your childhood growing up? How was that?
neighborhood in Miami was different, man. Miami's changed so much. I mean, Miami has its own culture itself. Um,
You
so
know.
I enjoyed it. I love living in South Florida. Growing up is like so different. Like I meet so many people from different places, and like I'm like y'all don't even have a clue. Like, it's so different. I grew up so different from a lot of people, but it's all
Different as
good.
in how? Like,
Miami is very fast. It's so a lot of stuff that I did early, some people never, they didn't. Just, you know, just being from a fast city is different.
oh, okay. Okay. Okay, I feel you, I feel you. Because I kind of, in Jacksonville, it's really big. And where some parts are, I guess you could say fast paced, you get that metropolitan feel. A lot of areas like the one I grew up in was still kind of rural and country. Like in my neighborhood, you're liable to hear a rooster crow. If you go down the right street,
Right.
you'll see chickens running in the street, and like you'll pass somebody that still have goats and pigs and stuff like that in their yard. So it was really different, and like we didn't have that whole neighborhood experience that some people had, where you go out your house and y'all walking down the street and you playing with the neighborhood kids. That wasn't like me growing up. Like we played with family members. My grandma had a yard. She lived next door to her mom and dad's
Still
property, so
country. It's a
we were
South.
like right next to each other. And whenever something was going on at one house, everybody came over to this house, or vice versa. So I was always with my family. I don't know anybody that grew up in my neighborhood as far as like kids that would be my age now. So yeah. So I guess we probably grew up on two opposite sides of the spectrum. We was out there running around on Miami streets being fast. So, vacations. Where do you like to vacation?
Well, where there's water, I love to swim. So, anywhere it's like hot.
And where you can go out and swim. Sounds about right. I like that too. I like to swim. I like to be near water. Even if I'm not getting in the ocean, I like to be near
So
water.
I gotta go in. That's why it gotta be hot.
Well, see, it can be hot, and I'll just, sit up under a tree or a parasol. It's like, okay, y'all have fun with that. No, I don't go swimming in ocean water. Rip currents, sharks, all of that stuff. I don't have time for that. Stingrays. I don't want to end up like Steve Irwin, you know. So, love life. What's going on in the love life of romance? Nothing at all. Nothing here, nothing there, nothing at all. No love life, y'all. Trying to put somebody on.
I'll have you when you see me. Gotta have a job.
I'm with you on that. I'm so with you on that. Oh my God. Ooh, that just took me somewhere else. Yeah. So, Mr. Single, Mr. Romance, what would be your ideal date?
First of all, they gotta ask. First, they don't know how to ask these days.
So just okay, we're gonna skip over the preliminary stuff. We'll get back to that. We'll go back to that. So skip the preliminary stuff, y'all. Get ready to go on this date with this person. What's your ideal date?
Like dinner, chilling outside on like a patio somewhere, just talking, having drinks and dinner, and take me back home. I go my way, you go your way, and holler at me in the morning. We'll talk later. Simple.
Very simple. I'm not laughing at the simplicity. I'm just like, you don't hear that these days. You really don't. So dinner outside, like
I like being outside.
we do. We do. Like I love the outer decks especially in the evening time where you can like watch the sunset, just that whole sunset time of day. Dusk is really my favorite time of day. To just sit outside and read a book, go to a park, something like that. For me, I guess my ideal date, I'll say dinner, definitely. I like to eat too. I love to eat. I like to cook. I like to eat, and I love for people to cook for me. Um, so we do definitely do dinner. Probably somewhere private outside where ain't too many people around. Sit down, drink. I won't have too many. I'll probably limit myself to about three. Um, he can't go over two. Three is a that's a good number. Don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah, about just have a couple drinks, sit, talk, enjoy dinner. I'm a big beach person. Like I said, I like to be by water too. So if this was in an area where I could go somewhere near a beach or to a beach, we would go like walk on the beach for a little while, just talk, get to know each other. Um, you know, pick their brain, they pick mine, and then take them home and go our separate ways and not, talk to you tomorrow morning.
Why not? You gotta do
No, you don't. You really don't. And I think so. That would be one of the problems. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, going back to what he was saying, they have to ask. So you said that why?
because people always just trying to like come at you as big
All right, about
first. And that's such a turn off sometimes. Like, it's cool, like every now and then.
in the dating world when you want to be taken seriously, it just doesn't.
Especially for someone who sees dick and ass all the time.
You would think that'd be common sense too, though. Like you really would think that'd be common sense.
But it's all good.
So, how do you feel about dating and relationships in present day?
Yeah, it can happen. The newer generation needs to be schooled, though, on how to approach people. It's not always about dick and ass.
Mhm.
So they're not. They have to be able to like talk to people,
Have a conversation,
have a
intellect.
conversation.
So, I agree. I really do. I don't know where some
Not
of these
just
people
send emojis.
get it from.
It's just the younger culture.
I don't even like to text. Like, I get into texting, but if it's someone special or someone I'm trying to, establish a relationship with, I want to hear your voice at some point during the day.
I'm a verbal person.
I really want to hear your voice at some point during the day. Like, and I'm not a needy person to the point where you have to talk to me all day, every day, or something like that. And even if we aren't able to talk every day on the phone, there has to be some mode of communication to let me know that you're thinking about me because I want to do it to you. But then it feels like, if that person doesn't do it, they don't text you or something like that. I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm invading their space. I'm being too needy. So I just kind of back up and be like, okay, I'm just going, whatever. And then when you come around, you come around. If you don't, then I'm gone.
I usually go.
Yeah. And at least I'm not the only one. Like me and my best friend talk about this all the time, but sometimes we think that we're crazy because we think alike, like really so much alike to it's almost like we're one person at sometimes. So to hear it from somebody else, I know I'm not crazy. That at least I know I'm not crazy. So y'all got it from here. First video interview. He is single for those of you all that may be looking. He's single and he's fine too. He's fine, like y'all. He's fine.
Appreciate it.
So no, I'm just saying. So for some of you all that may live in Atlanta, y'all might want to try and find him. He don't go out that often, but you might see him in the mall or walking around somewhere. So don't be afraid to walk up and speak to him. He's really, really fun to be around. He's real fun to be around. I swear, y'all think we know each other, and we really don't. Like he's just really fun and approachable. So don't be afraid to walk up to him. So anything else you want to say? So again, if you want to follow him on Twitter at romance_IG. I mean, oh, I meant Instagram. That's what I meant because that's the one I follow. Instagram. Follow him on Instagram at romance_IG. Duh. And on Twitter at romance. That's it. Okay, because I don't have Twitter. So Instagram and then Twitter. So anyway, follow him. Keep up with what he has going on. Great person. Um, and I will catch you all next time. If anybody has anyone that they want me to interview, or you want have some more questions and you don't want to follow him for whatever reason, um, I'm just saying, if you don't want to follow him, something like that, you can forward them to me, and just hit me up. My number at 202-599-1092. And I'll be sure to get those questions answered for you all. So in the meantime, in between time, enjoy the rest of your week. Hopefully you all had a great Monday. And if you did, and Tuesdays, tomorrow, and Wednesdays right around the corner. And guess what? Once you make it Wednesday, Friday is like, 2 days away, and you got your weekend. So be great, everybody. Enjoy your week. Be productive. Spread love, kindness, peace, and all that other stuff. And I will see you all next time. Thank you so much for this interview. I really appreciate it. And we're out.